What's up, guys? It's me, Tiff, and we are finally at the end of the Celsius Network bankruptcy. Celsius Network's plan has gone effective, and Celsius has finally begun the process of making crypto and cash distributions. Every eligible creditor will receive an email from Stretto or Celsius at the last email on file with information about the steps required to receive your distribution. However, apparently due to the volume of distributions and for security measures, it'll apparently take up to 2 weeks for Celsius to send out all instructions. So again, we're back to a bit of a waiting game, and personally, I'm not holding my breath, and it could potentially take longer than 2 weeks because everything in this process ends up getting delayed. Celsius will file an additional notice once all emails have been sent, so I'll be sure to make another video or tweet about it once all of the emails have been sent out. Make sure your email is not filtering out emails from Celsius or Stretto and sending them into your spam folders. Personally, I have not yet received an email with withdrawal instructions, but apparently we'll be receiving some sort of customer code that we can input into our distribution partner, so my distribution partner is PayPal. I think PayPal is the distribution partner for most US customers, but I have seen that some US customers have been assigned Venmo, and most international customers will receive their distributions through Coinbase, as long as that country is supported by Coinbase. So here is the list of countries that should be receiving distributions from Coinbase. I'll let this just play out for a little bit. You probably should have gotten an email by now telling you if PayPal, Coinbase, or Venmo is your distribution partner, but you're not able to affirmatively select a distribution partner, so you can't email Celsius and say, I'd rather have my distribution come in through Coinbase, for example. You've been assigned a distribution partner, and that's where you'll get your crypto distribution. Like I've said, I've been assigned PayPal, and if you've also been assigned PayPal, you should be able to log into your PayPal app, and if you click Finances and then click Crypto and scroll down a bit, you'll see where you can input your customer code. Again, I have not yet received my customer code, and I don't think most of us have, so it might take up to 2 weeks or longer to get our customer codes. I believe the same is true for Venmo because I've seen some screenshots circulating about where you can enter your customer code on Venmo. One of my little issues with PayPal though is that PayPal has a withdrawal limit of $10,000 per week. So if you've got a really large claim and you'd like to withdraw your crypto into cold storage, for example, then it might take you a very long time to just withdraw based on PayPal's existing limits. However, PayPal is apparently trying to work around this, so if you have a claim worth over $40,000 in USD and you'd like to transfer your crypto elsewhere, there is a form you can fill out which you can access through PayPal, and you can send it to cryptolimits@paypal.com. We will all have 1 year to claim our crypto distribution. You might have watched my previous videos on this, but hopefully your Celsius and your PayPal or your Celsius and your Coinbase or Venmo accounts all have the same information and same email addresses, because apparently that's how they're going to link your accounts together so that you can receive your distribution. If your Celsius email does not currently match your PayPal or Venmo or Coinbase email, you can go onto the Celsius app and you'll be able to enter an alternative email address. If you do need to enter an alternate email address, be sure to do that very shortly because the Celsius app is shutting down on February 28th. But just to be abundantly clear, we're not actually receiving our crypto distributions from the Celsius Network app. You'll receive your crypto via your distribution partner, which will be either Coinbase, PayPal, or Venmo. Watch out for sketchy phishing emails, by the way, from scammers pretending to be Celsius, asking you to click on sketchy links or connect your crypto wallet or to enter any sensitive information. There have been a ton of phishing scams going around, specifically targeting Celsius customers, and that's why I'd like to thank the sponsor of my video, Aura. And I think Aura is particularly relevant to Celsius creditors. In case you don't remember, early on in Celsius's bankruptcy, there was a massive third-party data breach. One of Celsius's vendors, Customer.io, leaked all of Celsius customers' email addresses and personal information. This leaves Celsius customers particularly vulnerable to phishing attempts, hacks, and overall just having your personal information leaked on the internet. A ton of Celsius customers have been messaging me screenshots of phishing attempts that they've been receiving. For example, apparently there are a ton of emails going around from scammers pretending to be Celsius, asking you to connect your crypto wallet or to click on sketchy links. So first of all, watch out for these emails. Make sure the emails are actually coming from Celsius.network or from the official Stretto website. But also, this is where Aura can be incredibly helpful, and also why I don't think I've been receiving any of these phishing emails. Aura is basically an all-in-one data security and identity theft protection company that protects you from scammers and hackers by constantly scanning the web and the dark web for your sensitive information like your emails, password, social security number, etc., and alerts you immediately if it finds any of your personal information leaked out there on the internet and automatically requests removal for you. Aura's actually found a ton of my personal information like my passwords, my home address, and my phone number leaked out there on the internet, and they've automatically removed it for me. So I actually personally use Aura. I actually pay for a monthly subscription, and you can see my account right here where I'm getting notified that they've removed my information from another website. And I pay for Aura not because they're the sponsor of this video, but because I actually find the service incredibly valuable. Aura's also got a ton of other useful features like a password manager, a VPN, antivirus software, financial fraud protection. They watch my credit score, identity theft protection, etc., all wrapped into one package so you don't have to pay for like 8 different subscriptions to things. Aura's got 4.7 stars on Trustpilot. They were rated the #1 identity protection service on security.org. They were ranked the #1 identity theft protection service by US News in 2023, and they were on the best identity theft protection services on Forbes in 2023. So again, I love Aura. I literally pay for the service out of my own pocket every single month, but they're offering my followers a 2-week free trial at aura.com/Tiffany or using this handy little QR code right here. I highly recommend you try it, especially if you're a Celsius creditor, because we're all particularly vulnerable to these hacks and scams. Anyway, thank you to Aura, and back to the video. Anyway, some specific creditors are not actually eligible for claim distribution at all, so they will not be receiving any claim distribution instructions. For example, if your claim is worth less than $10, or if you have any withdrawal preference exposure, or in other words, if you withdrew more than $100,000 in the 90 days prior to the bankruptcy and have not made the necessary payments to access withdrawals, then you are not eligible for claim distribution. Additionally, if you have any special circumstances, for example, if you don't live in the US but maybe your country is not supported by Coinbase, or maybe you've been banned by Coinbase and PayPal and Venmo, or if you have any special circumstances like that, then you should still receive a distribution, but your distribution may be in US dollars. Most importantly, the thing I think everyone is wondering, how much liquid crypto are we actually getting back? So the court filing says we're getting 57.9% back in liquid crypto, which would be distributed to us in Bitcoin and ETH. But I personally think that number is quite deceptive because it does not mean that you're getting back 57% of the actual crypto you deposited onto the platform. This 57.9% recovery number values crypto at January 16th, 2024 prices, whereas the value of our actual claims were dollarized on the petition date, which was July 13th, 2022, when crypto prices were drastically lower. For example, if you left 1 Bitcoin in Celsius network, you are not getting 0.579 Bitcoins back. If you left 1 Bitcoin in Celsius, it was worth $19,881 on July 13th, 2022. So you'd be getting back 57.9% of this amount in crypto distribution, or in other words, $11,511 worth of crypto. Well, using crypto prices on January 16th, 2024, when Bitcoin was worth $42,973, you would ultimately actually get back 0.26 Bitcoins. Or some of that may be in ETH, but basically an amount of Bitcoin and ETH that would be worth $11,511 at January 16th, 2024 prices. Basically, this translates to a 26% in-kind liquid crypto distribution and a loss of 74% of your liquid crypto. Also, though, keep in mind that this percentage will vary based on what crypto you actually held in your Celsius account and how much the value of the crypto held in your portfolio has increased or decreased since the petition date. In this example, we're just talking about Bitcoin to keep it simple. If you only held stable coins, though, for example, the prices obviously haven't increased or decreased, so you would actually be getting 57.9% back. If you haven't calculated the value of your claim, or you don't remember what the prices of the cryptos that you held were on the petition date, which I assume most of you don't just remember what the price was on July 13th, 2022, I did share a chart of petition date prices on my Substack, which is tiffanyfong.substack.com. We will also apparently be getting 14.9% of recovery in Ionic stock, or Mining Co stock. Basically, the plan includes the creation of a new Bitcoin mining company called Ionic Digital, which will be owned by Celsius creditors in the form of common stock, and whose mining operation will be managed by Hut 8 Corporation. The number of shares of Ionic Digital common stock you'll actually receive depends on the value of your claim, and apparently each share of Ionic Digital common stock has been valued at $20, and the number of shares you'll receive will be rounded up or down to the nearest whole number because apparently fractional shares cannot be issued. Apparently, on the effective date, which was January 31st, 2024, this Mining Co stock was issued to the stock transfer agent called Odyssey. Odyssey will then commence distribution of Mining Co common stock on Thursday, or today, February 1st, 2024. Odyssey will send you an email from the email address ionicdigital@odysseytrust.com containing instructions and further information about how you can access your shares, but again, it's a waiting game. And apparently, because of the volume of distributions, it may take up to 1 week to send out these communications to eligible creditors. Again, though, I am not holding my breath. I expect it could take more than a week. Apparently, we'll be receiving a shareholder number and a temporary password, which would allow us to register on the Odyssey website, but this would just give us access to view our share balance and update our account information and apparently generate an account statement. But I don't think we can actually directly sell our shares on this website. In fact, according to the FAQ on Odyssey's website, apparently initially we're not even able to trade, transfer, or sell our shares of Ionic Digital common stock once we receive them. Apparently, due to securities laws restrictions, we will not be able to trade, transfer, or sell our shares in Ionic Digital common stock until the trading restrictions on our shares have been removed. Our shares will be freely transferable once the registration statement becomes effective and the shares are listed on a national securities exchange, which they expect to be the NASDAQ. How long will this take though, and how liquid will this stock even be? Who knows? So I'm personally just sort of mentally zeroing out the value of this common stock. I prefer to keep my expectations incredibly low, and I'm not the most optimistic person in the first place. We may also get future payments from the litigation trust, for example in lawsuits against insiders or from companies like Tether. Anyway, I think I've covered most of the relevant information we have right now, but I will be sure to keep you updated if anything else important comes out. I also post a lot of updates on Twitter at tiffanyfong with 1_. I also use Substack at tiffanyfong.substack.com. I have a TikTok, it's tiffanyfong with 1_. But most importantly, I've also been streaming, which I find incredibly fun, and sometimes I just have little mini mental breakdowns on live streams. I sometimes live stream here, but I also live stream on Twitch now, and I would appreciate it if you do follow me on Twitch if you use Twitch and you watch Twitch, because I'm trying to hit the monetization thresholds because I'm currently not monetized on Twitch, and I actually really enjoy doing these little live streams and talking to you guys. So please follow me on Twitch at tiffanyfong.tv and on Kick at tiffanyfong. Also subscribe if you want more Celsius updates. I've also been covering FTX updates, and tell me what else you want me to do. I also just recently interviewed another criminal, Ray Trapani, so if you want to stay tuned to watch it, I'll post it at some point whenever I'm done editing it. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see, and don't forget to sign up for Aura, aura.com/Tiffany, or using this handy little QR code right here, because I actually personally use Aura to keep all of my information and my identity safe online, and I think it's incredibly valuable and useful for Celsius creditors. Even if you just want to check out the free trial to see if any of your personal information has been leaked out there on the internet so that you can try to get it removed. Anyway, I love you all so very much, and I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Bye!
Another person actually that I look up to is this young lady, Tiffany Fong. Are you familiar with her story?
Yeah, I've been speaking to Tiffany. I'm supposed to be doing something with her next week.
I was hoping you guys would make some content together, because she's one of these citizen journalist people who doesn't seem to be a sellout, and is really out there kind of making a difference in the world in terms of speaking the truth about crypto scams and you know, all that good kind of stuff. So
Yeah, she seems fantastic. Honestly, probably my favorite person I've spoken to in the space since the documentary has came out.
totally.